Api Pufarangi, Kieran Dixon, Jared Samet and William Bartow. And then in the forwards, Mark Ioane, Andy Ackers, once a Warrington Academy player, Eddie Batty, Jay Pitts, Matty G and Matt Davis. And on the bench for the Broncos, Tom Spencer, James Cunningham, Matt Garside back in the side after 11 games out, and Ben Evans, another one of the ex-Warrington contingent in this London side, and their coach, the very highly rated Andrew Henderson. And then the Warrington Wolves, 3 from 3, and just one change for them since their last victory, which was over Halifax. Stephen Ratchford fullback, Matty Russell, Peter Hiku, Ryan Atkins, Tom Lynham, Kevin Brown and Declan Patton. And then in the forwards, Ashton Sims, Morgan Smith, a 19-year-old hooker, keeps his place. Chris Hill captains the side. Jack Hughes, Benjamin Julian and Ben Westwood. And then on the bench, for the first time, in fact, for the Warrington Wolves, Kurt Gidley back in the side after 4 out. George King, Andre Savelio and Joe Philbin. And the coach is Tony Smith. Tony Smith, whose side have successfully negotiated the qualifiers, of course, to retain their Super League status. And Andrew Henderson, who is trying to plot London's return to Super League, but with a tough task now, having just a 1 point, as I said, but and that from a 32-all draw with Featherstone Rovers, a game which they should have won. They pushed Hull Kingston very close as well, and of course we saw them come close to downing the Catalan Dragons at the start of the qualifiers. So this London Broncos side are not to be taken lightly, Terry.
As you said, Bill, they're still searching for the first win, but in those 3 games that you've mentioned, the biggest lose 5 points. They've got some very good players, and you remember this time last year that they took on Leeds Rhinos, and they went down by just 14 points. The problem in that game was the back end of the game, they were just too quick, Leeds Rhinos, but they're up against a Warrington side that were, last time that they played against Halifax, it was 4-4 at half-time. Very good. You need to make sure that because they're going to buy this London outfit who do back themselves.
Good turnout at the Ealing Trailfinders Club, including our old mate Steve-O, who is enjoying his retirement and has just made the journey. Lives just down the road now, of course, and here to the club, very keen supporter of. See if they can challenge the might of the Warrington Wolves.
It looked like he was sat at the royal.
He is royalty, rugby league royalty. Liam Moore is the referee, new recruit to the full-time member of the contingent, and he's in charge of this one. James Child is his video ref. London Broncos will get things underway through the boot of Jared Samet. Tidy little ground this, good pitch. And it's seen action already today, in fact. Ealing Trailfinders up against the Cornish Pirates. Ealing winning that one. The home side again looking to see if they can make it 2 from 2 as Peter Hiku gets first touch of the ball for the Warrington Wolves.
Well, Peter Hiku's been a significant signing for the Warrington club, a real spark for the side, but I'm looking at the bench from both sides. I think the opening quarter will be a little bit of grunt up front. This London side with not much to lose, to be fair, will get stuck, try and dominate, try and lay a marker down, but Warrington with a bit of ground to make up, you feel affects with slightly different, a slightly difficult proposition Halifax put across.
Chris Hill plays the ball. It's a pattern hoist it. You sense that Warrington will really try and put London under pressure early on. Really try and assert their authority in the opening quarter of this.
Warrington, when they're on and they play the game at their speed, there's not many in Super League, let alone in the Championship, that can deal with with the ball. They get to the kick, they turn them round. Here we go though, that's weak defence.
And that's a great break from Rhys Williams. And Williams, has he got some support? going to go on the outside. Was that the right choice? The man on the inside, it was William Bartow, but Rhys Williams, once of the Warrington Wolves, took it on his own. They are still threatening with Elliot Keir, but Keir is spun to the ground. Now then, Ackers. Warrington have regrouped after that break from Rhys Williams. Ackers now. Ackers. Oh, and Samet takes the ball, but he does well to keep his footing there. And they could be in the corner. They could be in the corner with Dixon. Dixon was held, or already has a decision to make.
He's tackled 5.
What's his thoughts?
I have a try. Can we check touch and a possible double movement, please?
Well, Kieran Dixon, has he gone, goes off to a sensational start. James Child, the video ref, has this decision to make.
Too good wing, where he made a name for himself as a youngster. I think he goes in for a try. He's not held. He's got every right to get up and play. And again, there's no problem with it.
Wow.
Stefan Ratchford tried everything. This is a try.
It's a breathtaking start for London Broncos. All came about by the opposite winger, Rhys Williams. His break on the left, he chose to keep hold of the ball. Had an option inside, chose to keep hold of it. It looked like the set of 6 was going to fizzle out, but we didn't take into account the lethal finishing of Kieran Dixon. Here's the break from the winger.
Look at it, he goes straight through Peter. I think it was Kevin sure whether he could get the ball to his teammate in Bartow. Takes the tackle, they go wide. This is good play. Couple of good involvements from Jared Samet already in this game, and look at the hands there. Straight.
And Jared Samet, another familiar figure, to see if he can put 2 points on top of that sensational start from the Broncos. Oh! Off the uprights. London ahead by 4 points to 0.
Well, almost a perfect 6 for the Broncos. Lethal finishing. Again, it looks a bit clunky. Jared Samet wrestles his way out of a tackle, but this is all class, this, to keep his feet. Agility, dexterity, just the line. Perfect start.
So that is an illustration of the strike power that the London Broncos have, and an illustration of what London can bring to this contest. The clouds gathering over this Ealing Stadium. It's been a lovely day in West London, but just as kick-off approached, big dark clouds rolled in.
We always expected Warrington to be up against it early on in the game. London were always going to start strong. The games that they've played in these qualifying 8s, and they would have looked at Warrington, tried to pick out where they went wrong when they played against Halifax, and this by Halifax, and London have got off to a decent start in this game.
They lead then by that Kieran Dixon try, and the ball played by Jay Pitts, and inching away with Eddie Batty up to the halfway line. 5th tackle, Warrington restricting their progress. Samet to drill the kick in as he was put under pressure, finds a decent touch. They'll settle for that.
Good kick, good control by Jared Samet. A lot of experience in that number 6 jersey, but some work in the middle by the big fellas. Eddie Batty has really put himself forward, big throw, and they've got a big tussle. You look at Chris Hill and Ashton Sims again. Only a couple of hours off the bus.
Warrington travelling on the day for this 8 p.m. kickoff in West London. Here is Tom Lynham now. London there to this with the scrum cap, leading the tackling as he often does for this London side to an awful lot of work. Petter Hiku, good recruit he has been.
Good work from Hiku as well. 3 men in the tackle. You can see obviously trying to commit to the tackle, slow the ruck down. But by doing that, you've got to make sure.
Ashton Sims takes Warrington over the halfway line. Matty G with the tackle. Here is Atkins trying to burst through, gets pass away. Sims scooped up, hands off one, gets the ball to Hiku. Hiku, though, is pounded down.
Gaining metres, there's a penalty.
Release him.
Elliot Keir giving away for interference of the play of the ball. They're going to make good metres, Warrington, because when they're fastest, I suppose it's about the execution and how accurate they are near the...
So, good opportunity for Warrington to respond, and here is Hiku again, trying to get the pass away. He was.
Hold. Go on.
And only 10 metres away from that line. Here is Kev Hill. Keep the move going. Atkins, Patton, took it from a standing start. Brown, the ball comes to Petter Hiku, and his pass into touch. Was it touched? It was, but it was.
Well, he offloads this ball, Hiku. And it's not touched by Rhys Williams. Look, he gets this ball away, and there's a feeling from the Warrington fans that he touches that ball, makes a play for it, and it goes out of the field of play.
He has a swipe at it.
It does, doesn't he, Rhys Williams?
Goal line, mate. Hit that goal line for me. Hit the goal line, okay?
Disappointment in Petter Hiku. He felt he should have done better with that.
Heads in, Steph.
His influence on this side since he's joined the club sets them up, scores it.
Been a tremendous signing, hasn't he? Always showed up well in front of the Sky cameras, Hiku.
Hold.
Elliot Keir, another one of the very experienced players in this London Broncos side, a Welsh international. One or two of them are, in fact.
Hold. Go.
Ioane.
He's been one of London's best, hasn't he? Got very good go forward, good footwork at the line. And just getting tangled up with Chris Hill, his opposite.
And again, they're quality plays he's running into. Because of his intensity, because of his effort, he wins his side a penalty.
London doing everything right so far in this game. They lead by that early try scored by Kieran Dixon. And here is Eddie Batty in his second season with London, having joined them from the Sheffield Eagles. Batty plays the ball. Matt Davis. And they're getting good movement here. They're really on a roll.
Okay, still two.
Still alive. It's with Davis once more.
This is good meter, straight up the guts for London.
Davis plays the ball. Warrington on the back foot again. Ioane. Bartow goes wide. It's wide again. They're in again. And Rhys Williams will score against his old club. And what a start this is for the London Broncos. Try on their right, and now a try on their left. Williams with his second in the qualifiers. And this is astonishing.
Well, this is what effort will bring to your side. He fights hard, and ultimately from this field position, it's really good stuff from London. Perfect execution. And they find space and create space on the edge for the wing of Williams. Nice passes, that's the money ball. Petter Hiku takes the gamble, doesn't pay off. Acres of space for the winger to go in the corner.
Well, you can see the frustration from Hiku when he jumps the line. He creates the space on the edge, and it's a good ball to find that man out on the left-hand side, Rhys Williams.
Ever present this season, Rhys Williams, having got 31 tries for the Broncos last year. They have got some finish on the flanks, haven't they? Him and Kieran Dixon. Well, Williams got 31 tries last year. So, and of course, Kieran Dixon, we saw what he did at Hull Kingston Rovers. So, and they've shown already Tony Smith's side with a lot to think about in the opening 10 minutes of this game. Now, Jared Samet hit the post with his last conversion attempt. This is round the corner, favouring his kicking style. And this one is across the face of the posts. Is this going to come back to haunt them? Early days, yeah. Andrew Henderson, though, he must be thrilled with the way they've taken it to Warrington Wolves.
Well, they're playing with an awful lot of energy, aren't they? Before they go wide, they're going forward, they're creating that momentum. And he's talking about Rhys Williams and Kieran Dixon. Both of those wingers have scored tries in the top level. They've proved that they can do it week in, week out in the Championship. And obviously now they turned up against a quality side, and they're still doing it.
Going back to the point about kicks, that's 4 points that they've not capitalised on. And talking to Danny Ward, the assistant coach at the Broncos before the game, he said, we've got nothing to lose. We need to start fast. We need to take advantage of some good field position, but we've literally nothing to lose.
Well, London have got a great track record at home, unbeaten in their last 10 here in Ealing. The last side to down them on this ground was Toronto in a cup game. And they're going for it again. They really are looking to exploit what they sense is a weakness on the Warrington flanks. Here is the fullback, Walker. He's a good, useful runner as well. Very talented 21-year-old Alex Walker. Now Batty. Batty is met by Ben Westwood. That's the 5th tackle. It's Bartow who puts the kick in. It's a decent one, but this time it stays in the field of play, and Ratchford picks up to launch the counter.
Well, they're certainly earning the right to play, London. They're shifting the ball after going forward, well, carrying the ball, but this is where they've got to work very hard. The back three for Warrington, say it all the time when we watch them, how good they are. In Ratchford, Lynham and Russell, carry the ball well, look to win those first 3 plays, so it gives Kevin Brown and Declan Patton something to play off.
3 tackles gone. Lynham plays the ball. Sims now on the charge. Warrington trying to get a bit of momentum, and Patton in the middle of the field. That's the 5th tackle. Brown calling for the ball and directing it high in the air towards Walker, but Walker not under any great pressure. Fields it and then looks to get Kieran Dixon away.
You're right, Bill. Every time we've watched young Alex Walker, we've been impressed with him. He looks for work. He looks confident and comfortable under a high ball. And gobbles up 15-20 metres for his side.
Williams now getting through plenty of work. Presumably very keen to get through plenty of work against his former club. Is this a 40-20 effort? It's dribbling towards that try line, and it makes it towards that sideline. And Elliot Keir claiming...
We're giving a scrum to Warrington, can we check?
And Liam Moore, we're hearing, saying he's giving head and feet to Warrington. He wants James Child just to check that wasn't a 40-20.
Well, it's definitely played for it, because it was an early kick. He gave himself plenty of space and plenty of time. There. So that part of it is right. It all comes down to where the ball goes out of play.
I think this is a 40-20.
Okay, mate, Warrington scrum.
Well, he's kicked it from within his 40.
I think the problem that the officials have maybe got is that there's rugby union margins on this field as well. But...
Okay, boys, 10 metres.
Well, the white line's what we should be looking at. That's the 20-metre line.
Well, we're just establishing that the blue lines are the league markings, and then to add insult to injury, Warrington get the penalty.
Well, what that tells me is that London are prepared to try the unorthodox. They're prepared to throw something different. Good game plan so far from Henderson and the Broncos.
One, move, hold.
So Warrington just looking to steady the ship. Having conceded those early tries, just a little bit rattled in, and Hills tried to offload it, and London have come up with it.
Well, he's one of the most experienced players, Chris Hill. The majority of the games that he played for Leeds Centurions, I think there was 160 appearances he played in the championship. He knows what the intensity is like in these sorts of games, and he's the captain who leads by example. But on that effort, he made that mistake, turns the ball over cheaply to London.
And Ioane does get the pass away. Barry, sorry,
you've 2 choices when the scoreboard goes against you. You settle back down and go back to plan A and hope that eventually that will bear through, or do you try and spark your team and try and offload and find something to fix the problem, which is the scoreboard? Warrington probably need to settle back down and go back to plan A.
Well, plan A working for the London Broncos so far, leading by 8 points to 0. Tries from Dixon and Williams. and looking very confident as they go about their business. Good kick, and Ratchford under pressure. Can he get out of trouble? He's still got chances, but no. Eventually he's pinned down.
Well, he's been chased down hard, hasn't he, Stefan Ratchford? But when you look at London, they're kicking on the front foot. They've been nice and direct. And then when Jared Samet or William Bartow have the ball, they're running at the defensive line, rocking them back on the heels, getting the ball over into the corner, and then you can see that there's 4 players in front of Stefan Ratchford, and he's got no chance of getting out of the in-goal area.
Sometimes coaches talk about how disappointed or how pleased they are with the way that the side has finished the sets. That's an awesome finish to London Broncos set, and I think they've done that pretty much most time they've had the ball in this first half.
Here is Mark Ioane, Auckland-born, and in his second London Broncos season, he's a very popular figure with the Broncos supporters. And if they carry on like this, they're all going to be popular with the Broncos supporters. Long way to go in this game. Here is Samet, and Walker is tackled. Farangi gets it away to Samet. Samet showing the ball to Batty. Batty gets the pass away. Samet will finish for a third London try under the posts. What a start this is from the London Broncos. 3 tries already, and Samet getting the latest of them. Amazing.
Bill, they're very fluent with the ball. You watch when that man goes at the line, he's pumping it, he's just waving the ball around in front of the defence. And all of a sudden, they are building in confidence. Look at this for a kick. Like Barry said, they're ending the sets well. They're trapping Warrington down near their own line. Then all of a sudden, when they're going forward, like we see Samet doing, he's bringing the forwards onto the ball. Batty and Ioane are really taking the game to Warrington in the middle of the field.
That isn't a set play for me. That's a team that's set up in good field position from a start point of about 70 or 30, that's looking at different options. And with Jared Samet, he's picking the right option. He's making everybody a viable runner. Everybody thinks they're getting it. Everybody's expecting the ball, and that man has picked off the right person in Eddie Batty.
And Samet, having missed with 2 conversion attempts so far, in front of those posts to extend London's lead, which I don't think many people saw coming. 14-0, the Broncos lead against the Warrington Wolves.
Well, just look at the runners. Look at how they're expecting the ball. They're hoping they're going to get it. There's some action out the back of that. Even when Eddie Batty gets the ball, everybody outside is in position, ready to get it. So that means defenders have to account for those runners. This is unbelievable. 14-0 to the London Broncos.
Broncos fans won't be getting carried away. They led 14-0 against Featherstone in the last qualifiers game here, and ended up having to settle for a 32-all draw. So long way to go here. Warrington really haven't got into their stride. They haven't been allowed to get into their stride.
We saw them in round 1 though, didn't we, against Castline, just going down by 2 points and then losing to Hull KR by 5 points. They're involved in close games. They are giving themselves a chance, and our stats are telling us that Warrington have missed 6 tackles so far in this game, and they've made 77. So all the effort, all the energy is going into their defence.
Here is Elliot Keir now. Keir stopped in his track by Jack Hughes' tackle. Now here's Davis. That's the 5th tackle.
Looking to make a sub here, looking to bring the experienced Kurt Gidley on now.
And Samet, Samet ghosting through a bit of space, but then doesn't get the best kick away, and it sits up nicely for Lynham. But Lynham battling to make yards in the face of more good London defence.
It did sit up nicely, but a bouncing ball on a surface like this will be really difficult for those back 3 players like Matty Russell, who's running the ball, to deal with. I've talked about the bench already, Bill. We're going to see some quality players come onto the pitch who will change the game and make a real difference to the rhythm of it.
Well, Warrington want to change the rhythm of this game, because at the moment it's London Broncos who are banging the drum, and they lead by 14 points to 0. And here is Kevin Brown now. Brown stepping back infield. Quick play the ball from him. On the last, it's with Ratchford. Ratchford dinks a neat kick over the top. And underneath it is Samet. And Samet just manages to get out of trouble before Declan Patton can close him down. Atkins there as well.
Looks so comfortable, doesn't he? In this game, Jared Samet. He's very good at the back. He's good in the halves. And the team that's under pressure and who's going to be forcing the pass is going to be Warrington. You can see already that the scoreline 14-0 in London's favour. The frustrated players in the Warrington jerseys.
Well, Warrington doing a good job here trying to restrict London. Well, not trying to, they're successfully restricting London's progress. Eddie Batty is the latest to try and make yards.
He's done really well, a real battering ram of a forward. But you see how deep that kick was, and Matty Russell catches it on the full because of the efforts in defence by the Wolves. And that's
Russell,
where it starts. Good defence, a good catch, and then some go forward from that.
Russell brings it back. Now then, can Warrington build on this? Here's Lynham.
And that's the difference. If your wingers catch the ball on the full, after two plays, you're already in the opposition's half.
Kurt Gidley is on, coming from the bench and having a place on the bench for the first time in his Warrington career. Now here's Patton. Patton takes Warrington closer still. 3 tackles gone. London defending, and then Jack Hughes putting the ball down. They were in a great position, and Hughes furious with himself.
Bill, I was just about to say there's something building here for Warrington. In the first 2 carries from Russell and Lynham, then Kurt Gidley gets the offload away. Perfect position. It's a nice little soft pass from Kevin Brown. It wasn't battered into Jack Hughes' chest. That's why he shook his head. He knew that he had to catch that ball coming back on the angle, trying to look for those defenders in the middle of the field that maybe have switched off for London.
So London will breathe a sigh of relief there, because Warrington were in a good position to try and make something happen there. Elliot Keir trying to put the footwork on the Warrington defenders, the Welsh international.
And this is where they need to be good as well, London. Now, Warrington have them trapped down here. Their exit sets, bringing it away from the line, has to be good. You have to run with your teammate, support him as though you're going to carry the ball.
Walker cut down by Jack Hughes. In the middle of the field now, Tom Spencer, former Wigan St Pat's youngster, plays the ball, just coming off the bench with Mark Ioane taking a breather. Good kick, and again Ratchford. Well, Ratchford just in 2 minds there.
End of sets. It's really evident that London are in complete control of the end of their set. From tackle 4, they know what they're doing, they know what is expected of both kickers and runners. And you see the kick chase team, centre, winger, chasing hard just in case Stephen Ratchford picks that ball up.
London Broncos lead Warrington Wolves by 14 points to 0 here at Trailfinders in Ealing.
Heads in, boys.
And Warrington head and feed then. Just inside their own 20. Lynham bringing it away. Now Gidley, Atkins. Ryan Atkins has been in good form. Oh, that's good defence. Good defence from London and forcing the error.
Well, Kurt Gidley was there on hand to support Atkins. He was looking to pass that ball. He wasn't looking at what was in front of him and who was going to come in and hit him. Again, it's that man, Jared Samet.
Here is Matt Davis now. Once of Leicester Storm, Matt Davis. Been nurtured by this London Broncos side, who are on the attack again with Elliot Keir, and Keir is able to get the pass away. Jay Pitts plays the ball. Bartow goes on his own. 4 tackles gone. Keir tried it himself. That's the 5th. Ackers quickly moves in. Ackers puts a little grubber kick in. And it's still the last, and that'll be the turnover, and Warrington will settle for that. But I'm sure the nerve bells were jangling again.
We're still ringing. They were setting up on the open side to kick over into the corner to Dixon, who was hugging the touchline. They thought they had them out wide. But I agree, they are a bit nervous here.
Don't know if you've got nerve bells, but something was jangling. It could have been the alarm bells.
Something is definitely jangling in the Warrington players. They are rattled here. Scoreboard's against them. Momentum is against them. The harder they try, the worse it seems to get for them.
There's an element of anxiety already, isn't there?
Yeah.
Well, here is Ben Westwood. Straight forward. Tony Smith looking for his side to find a way into this game, and Ratchford could hold the key. Ratchford able to get the pass away to Gidley. Gidley for Hughes. It goes backwards from Hughes. And Hiku picks it up. They've lost ground. They've lost a little bit momentum there. And Hiku keeps the ball alive, tries to. But again, Warrington spill it in good position.
A couple of drop balls. But that's from Hiku. Obviously, Jack Hughes was the player before. When they look good, Warrington, it's when they go forward, they're offloading the ball. Stephen Ratchford going through, looking for that close support. When Ryan Atkins gets the ball, he goes into collision. He's looking to offload the ball, bringing his teammates onto it.
I can't help thinking there is a long way to go in this game. Warrington almost have to have the approach that we don't need to score in every set. Let's just build our way back into this set. Build our way back into this game, set by set.
4 tackles gone this set for the London Broncos. Spencer plays the ball, and Bartow saw a gap and was almost through. Does get the pass away to Cunningham. Now then, Cunningham kicks ahead. Did he need to do that? No.
Well, he had a couple of teammates, didn't he, inside of him, in Ben Evans and Jared Sammer, but he didn't believe that he could get a clean pass to them. That's why he chose to kick the ball. And look at the whack in the defence now here from London.
He's a terrific player, James Cunningham, the number 9 on the bench, one of those players I spoke about. He will be a busy player in attack and defence. He makes himself available, picks that ball up, makes the choice, and that has worked for the Broncos all evening on that occasion. Now they've backed up with a penalty.
Well, there's Matty Russell taking it into the heart of the defence. Contact with the head from Jared Sammer, the man we spoke about highly in the opening 26 minutes, the number 6 for London.
Now then, Warrington, with that penalty, have a opportunity here to build, as they say, a bit of pressure. They go down the short side with Julien and battling his way forward, the Frenchman. The tackle just short of the try line. He has been one of the best performers for the Wolves this season, Benjamin Julien. Now here's Brown to Ratchford. Ratchford across the field, hounded down, good defence. Bartow with the tackle. They're not done yet though. Jack Hughes going for it, and Hughes is driven back.
Again, that's good defence, isn't it, from London?
4 tackles gone as Hiku gets the pass away to Brown. Brown, so they'll go to the other side of the field. Oh, Gidley trying to wrong foot Samet, and Samet didn't fall for it. Savelio is on. London holding their line. That's the 5th tackle. It's with Brown, and will Brown kick cross field? He does. Gives it a little bit of height. Dixon claims it, doesn't claim it, and Warrington do claim the try through Tom Lynham, and that's disaster for London. Their first setback of the game, really. The kick evading the winger, and his opposite number, Tom Lynham, claims qualifiers try number 4.
Well, at last for the Wolves, a good end to the set, a good attacking kick, albeit that Kieran Dixon, the Warringtons profit a bit of field position from this penalty, march their way upfield, settle themselves at the right end of the pitch. It's an accurate kick from Kevin Brown that isn't dealt with by the winger. It's allowed to bounce. He doesn't make no mistake. Tom Lynham gobbles it up, plants it down, and the Wolves might just breathe just a little bit easier now.
He comes too far there, Dixon. Everyone was anticipating the kick from Kevin Brown on the final play in a Warrington jersey. That man who scores the try, Tom Lynham, just hugs the touchline, knowing that the accuracy of the kick will find the right spot.
Conversion as well is short of the target. Patton. Scruffy conversion attempt from Declan Patton, but at least Warrington are on the board.
Well, that man who's just kicked the ball, he needs plenty more pressure. He's one of the best kickers of the ball in Super League, Kevin Brown. He will always find the spot. And that man there doing exactly what a winger should in that field position. You hold your shape and the kick will come to you.
There's good work between centre and winger. Ryan Atkins was around about, ready for if the ball came to him to bat it down. The winger kept his shape and picked up the bounce.
Towering restart from Samet, and Hiku was underneath it. Referee tells him to go back to where he was brought down and play the ball.
Back on, tackle one.
And here's Westwood now. So Tom Lynham continuing his good scoring run. That's 8 in the last 6 for him now.
Good drive from Julian. I agree with you, Ben. He's been one of the standout players this year for Warrington. This is good go forward again. Chris Hill. There's nothing fancy in this play. Has it look over his shoulder to offload the ball. Takes the tackle, plays it quickly, and there goes Gidley.
Gidley runs into the strong challenge of James Cunningham, the former Hull FC player. Patton, little grubber kick from him. It's a good one as well, and Julian has gone for it, but has lost the ball. It's a penalty. I think somebody was taken out in back play. They were, Sisley and Moore.
Well set up kick by Declan Patton, and the hard-working back row, Benjamin Julian, almost gets another side as there's a little bit of a disagreement. Jared Samet picking a fight with a bloke.
I think it was Ryan Atkins and Kieran Dixon that were coming together.
I hope it's not Jared Samet, because he's by far the smallest man in that encounter. He's given away 1.5 foot and 3 stone. There's the kick and the chase. That's the takeout.
It was Matty G, wasn't it? Number 23. He hits Deck Patton as soon as he kicks the ball.
Good spot from the ref. It's been a fast-paced game, 30 minutes. Absolutely flown by. There you go.
Well, that was it. Just a little elbow in the back to Jared Samet. Then all of a sudden, Ryan Atkins goes straight at Dixon.
And Liam Moore,
Time off.
21 years of age.
Where is he? Kieran!
And he's just going to have a word with Atkins and Dixon.
Right, we've got the penalty, boys. The penalty's to Warrington. We don't need a reaction from you, Ryan, pushing players off. And Kieran, equally, we don't need you running in, causing me problems. Okay with that? Okay, there's the penalty.
Calmly dealt with. And we'll go back to the original penalty, which was for that charge
On you, Kurt.
from Matty G. So Warrington, can they profit from this? Here's King.
Move! Line.
Bang in front of those posts. Great opportunity for Warrington to make further inroads into this early London lead. Here's Brown, and Brown almost able to spin out. He's lost that ball, and they get another penalty. There's a hand in. Jay Pitts looks bewildered. William Bartow with a very Gallic flip of the hand.
I think, again, another good spot. There were hands in on Kevin Brown. More pressure and more opportunities for the Wolves.
It's a big 9 minutes here defensively for London.
Go on.
King plays the ball. And Savelio, who scored that late try against Halifax in the last game to seal the victory over the stubborn visitors.
What about that then? Those London players dragged the Warrington players over the line to send the Wolves back those 10 metres.
Have they sent them back for long enough? Because King is brought down just short of the line. Gidley, short ball from him for Chris Hill. Hill can't force his way over. He's short, says the referee. Walker underneath him. Again, good defence, great defence from London. Savelio was hampered there. On the last here, they're going for it again with Gidley, and Gidley is held up just short.
Ben Evans,
what defence?
Ben Evans who gets underneath Gidley. When Alex Walker chooses to drag the Warrington player over the line, they'd rather do that, clamp the ball, and then look up and defend what's in front of them. Give them that bit more space, so Warrington aren't attacking them from close range. There's a good effort from the former Warrington man. Ben Evans on his teammate. Look at this. You can see Walker drags him over. Quite content to do that. And then they go back the 10 metres, and then they can defend what's in front of them. They've got a bit more space.
But Warrington really putting the pressure on London now in the closing minutes of this first half, with the Broncos taking that 14-0 lead. But Warrington have had the better of things in the last 10 minutes or so.
The little power sets from London, the low-risk sets away from their own half, been very good. Andrew Henderson was a decent player when he played the game. He knew how to guide his team around. And as you said before, he's one of the best coaches outside of Super League.
Bartow puts another good kick in, but Russell comes sweeping across to pick that ball up, one side of the field to the other almost.
But he's met with a black wall. Those London Broncos players expected the kick, they chased hard, and they're willing to work for the remainder of the set of six.
Very quickly up on Tom Lynham there, closed him down very quickly. Real enthusiasm, of course. Both these sides had a weekend off. They've got refreshed, so they're hungry for this game. Hiku, 4 tackles gone. Hughes. That's the 5th tackle, and Hughes is brought down. Now then, Patton. They know the weakness over there. Dixon, this time he stays his ground, and that ball finds touch.
He was quite content to just back off and let Tom Lynham catch this ball, wasn't he? As soon as Lynham would have caught that ball, Dixon would have been on him to push him out of the field of play. It's a huge game for London, including this game. They've got 8 points to play for. They've got Halifax, Widnes and Leigh. So if they get this win, they get the 2 points, it's a huge lift for Andrew Henderson's men.
Warrington making their first ever visit to the Trailfinders Sports Club here in Ealing. And there could be plenty of points in this game. The last 8 meetings between London and Warrington have seen the winning team score at least 50 points. And Warrington were the winners on 7 of those occasions. At the moment, they trail by 14 points to 4. And here is Kieran Dixon, one of the try scorers in this entertaining first 40 minutes. And that's a penalty for London, their first for some time, I think.
It's a good effort, isn't it, from Dixon? He bounces across the line, looking to find a spot, and then all of a sudden he spins out the tackle. There is a hand in there from Hiku. And Dixon earns his side a penalty again. He's got the urgency to get up and play it.
Back up, boys.
It's William Bartow now, and Spencer.
Surrender! Stand one.
Tom Spencer, one of Leigh Centurions. Bartow. Here's Alex Walker. Walker, though, dealt with by Julian and Atkins. G, good strong run.
Getting over the advantage line again, nice and direct.
Samet finds Bartow. Bartow fires the pass out. Evans keeps the ball infield, and now then, did that come off Russell? No, head and feed to Warrington.
Well, it was a good pass to a player in space, but it was just a little bit too far out in front. And the winger simply catches it, kicks it. There's a couple of ricochets. The referee comes up with the right result. Head and feed to Warrington.
Did Russell not call for that?
With 35 minutes on the
Puts
clock.
his foot out.
Heads in.
For me, it's Warrington head and feed, and a good decision by the ref. But Warrington in defence on that last kick. We've got 35 minutes on the clock. It looks to me like Warrington, with a deep breath, have almost settled themselves into this game.
Ratchford, good run from him. Oh, lovely ball. London alert to that.
Look how tight they are around the ball carrier. Every time there's a play of the ball, the early few sets, they just all condensed, anticipating that quick play of the ball before they open it up now with Kevin Brown.
Here is Cervello off to the NRL to try his luck with Brisbane. next season. Andre Cervello, big move for him.
That could have been a penalty. You're right. We saw that over the last couple of games on Sky Sports on Thursday and Friday. The man who's getting up to play the ball, he can't interfere with the man who's standing in front of him. He lifts the leg of William Bartow, and that's a cheap penalty to give away in good field position when you're in control.
That is a big break for the London Broncos, with the clock counting down. The end of this first 40 minutes, which they have been the dominant side for the most part.
Stand, one, go.
Here's Spencer again, and Spencer able to build up ahead of steam. That was a high shot on him as well from Chris Hill.
Penalties back to back, that, Bill. One while in possession, which is always a disappointment to any coach, but a lunging arm there from Chris Hill.
Well, they looked at the sideline and then they said, should we go for 2 points?
Yeah, there was an indication they might do that, but...
Well, if they don't go for 2 points, they've got to find touch, and they've not done that.
One, move.
They're obviously too urgent to get the ball out of the field and then set up for the attack.
Two.
Wasted opportunity here. Russell.
Go.
Oh.
Well, touch judge had a good view of it. So the first blot on London's copybook, really, in this first half.
Move, four. Hold. Go.
Cervello plays the ball. Can Warrington find
Zero.
a way through? There was a
Zero.
London hand in there. The tackle count's been wiped clean as Hughes gets... Well, I thought he was going to get the pass away. Couldn't find any avenue for it. Gidley. And they weren't square.
Not square, Elliot.
Well, Elliot Kate wasn't square at Markey. You can see the referee. He's blew the whistle for that. There's a lot of effort that's going into some of these players defensively for London. You've got to make sure that they're smart as well.
Go, one.
Great opportunity then for the Warrington Wolves to narrow the gap as half-time approaches. Here is Benjamin Julian. Two tackles gone then. Gidley. In his final few games before he hangs up the boots. Brown, nice work from Brown. Ratchford stepping, coming back in field. He's brought down by the tackle of Bartow. Could have been penalised there, London. Here is Hill once more. 4 tackles gone, leading from the front. And Gidley, short pass from him. And what another great defensive effort from the London Broncos, or is it? What's Liam Moore's verdict of it?
Well, does he spin out of this tackle, George King?
The players, the Warrington players celebrated. It was unsighted on our camera angle, but the Warrington players behind the play the ball, arms stretched high, they started to celebrate. What does this one tell us? George King.
It was an excellent play the ball from Chris Hill. It leads to this position.
He's got that down.
This is a try. Kurt Gidley, he spots it. He gets out, he brings King onto the ball. No problem with this.
James Child has a quick look at that. That is exactly what the Warrington Wolves needed just before half-time. King gets his first try in the qualifiers, and it's right next to the post, so 2 more points. There you go.
But when Matty Russell touched this, so is he out of the field of play when he touches that ball, bats it back into the field? That should have been London's ball, but Kurt Gidley does everything well. Comes off the back of Chris Hill, strong charge, and then all of a sudden he steps out, he attracts and fixes a couple of defenders and brings King onto the ball, who scores the try.
Deck Patton bangs over the conversion, and the scoreboard looks a lot healthier for the Warrington Wolves now. 14-10 they trail, having been 14-0 down.
Full credit to George King, never gives up, even when he gets tackled, wriggles and wrestles his way, gets the ball down, and suddenly it's 14-10 and a very, very close game with seconds left in the first half. I'm going to correct myself, a very close scoreline.
And London will leave the field to rich applause from their supporters after a great first half, which saw them race into that early lead. Rhys Williams, one of their try scorers, French international William Bartow there, and his teammates giving Tony Smith plenty to think about, but it looks a lot better from the Warrington point of view as they seek to maintain their 100% record in the qualifiers. But I tell you what, London Broncos are going to make them work for it, that's for sure.
He knew he put the shoulder, the big hit underneath the ball.
Skechers Sport with memory foam.
Live sport. You can watch it and you can get involved in it with the latest Coral action. Coral. Jump in. Available from App Store and now Google Play. When the fun stops, stop.
Take the guesswork out of finding credit cards and loans with Experian Credit Matcher. It gives you free access to your Experian credit score forever and can help you find the credit cards and loans you're more likely to be accepted for. Take the guesswork out at experian.co.uk.
I remember my life with frequent heartburn. I was always reaching for short-term relief, over and over again. But when my heartburn kept waking me up at night, I decided to take control. So I tried Nexium Control. What a difference it made.
Just one pill a day could give you 24-hour protection and zero heartburn. Take control of your heartburn. Try Nexium Control.
Now that I'm protected, I've got my life back.
Your home and car insurance all under one roof.
One policy, one renewal date.
And a guaranteed lower price.
Multi-cover for guaranteed discounts.
All right, let's do this. This is how it's done.
That's a driver win, like saving on car insurance at Confused.com.
And after a scintillating innings, the batsman nears his century. That's absolutely splendid. I say, a streaker and a rozzer. Goodness me, what a chase. I wonder if the rozzers will catch up with them. And what about this? I say, that's much better, isn't it? And what a shot. Oh, and he's hit the streaker. My goodness me, he'll have a bruise. And there's 6 it is. Good heavens. Red Bull gave him wings, all right.
Keep your head out the clouds, they told you. And so, of course, you didn't. And you forgot the rules of gravity. You forgot the rules full stop. Forgot 5-year plans and leapt into your great unknown. And whatever you find out there, we're ready and waiting. Because we forgot to be ordinary long ago. We're First Direct Bank, and you're a long way from ordinary.
They say that we Danes are the happiest nation in the world.
So, what's our secret? Is it that we keep work and life in perfect balance? Is it that we make time for hygge, feeling all fuzzy and snuggly together? Or could the secret of our happiness be down to creating what we believe is the best beer in the world? Probably.
This is Sky Sports Football, a new channel dedicated to live football from around the world.
Ronaldo! Sensational finish!
The beautiful game live from the EFL
Diamond of a goal!
to La Liga.
Messi!
Highlights on the Sky Sports app. The SPFL. Qualifiers for World Cup 2018 and Euro 2020. Plus roundup shows.
Oh my goodness! It is superhuman!
Feel it all on Sky Sports Football.
Dawn one-handed gets the ball away. Jewett is trapped.
Well, there's more Action to come on Sky Sports next week, and a big game on Thursday as Wakefield, another win under their belts, take on St Helens, who need a win to keep alive their top four hopes. That's 7:30 on Sky Sports Arena and on Main Event. Equally massive game on Friday. 7:30 again on Sky Sports Arena as Hull FC take on Wigan. And then doubleheader next Saturday. Hull Kingston Rovers against Widnes. That's 3:10 on Arena, and followed by Catalan Dragons against Featherstone Rovers. 5:10 on Sky Sports Action for that one. The two qualifiers games next Saturday then. Qualifiers action here at the Ealing Trailfinders ground, and London Broncos lead the Warrington Wolves by 14 points to 10, was 14 points to 0 after a blistering start by the London Broncos.
That's exactly what they needed. Andrew Henderson's men started the game strong. They went forward, they shifted the ball well, and you could see the hands from Bartel. Then Jared Samet gives the ball to Pufferangi, and when he gets the ball here off Walker, look at that, he pulls in Atkins, and Dixon has the presence of mind just to keep crawling over the line. Then it goes to the other side of the field when Rhys Williams gets the ball, and he goes in nice and straight. The forward's doing the job, and what about this play? When Batty gets this ball, he goes through, he turns it up to Samet, and there it goes again, the third try for London.
He's been the star of the show for me, Jared Samet, pulling all the strings for the Broncos. With 12 minutes to go before half-time, the Wolves profited. A bit of a mistake by the winger Kieran Dixon, scorer of that first try, and then George King, with a lot of endeavour and effort, eventually gets the ball down with a couple of minutes to go before half-time, but an extremely close match.
Is there a bad moon rising for the Warrington Wolves? Supporters certainly need a bit more convincing that they're going to maintain their 100% record in the qualifiers, but they're back in the game after a ropey start, you've got to say. Tomorrow in the qualifiers, 3 more games. Featherstone Rovers against Hull Kingston Rovers at the LD Nutrition Stadium. Halifax host the Catalan Dragons at the MBI Shea, and at Lee Sports Village, Lee Centurions take on the Widnes Vikings. So 3 big games from the qualifiers, all kicking off at 3 o'clock. Big second half to come here at Trailfinders in West London. Warrington Wolves making their first visit to this shiny, recently new ground, and being given a good test by the London Broncos. And the Broncos looking for their first win in the qualifiers. They could yet do it. Warrington have got work to do.
Brown misses him. Gelling over the top.
Take the guesswork out of finding credit cards and loans with Experian Credit Matcher. It gives you free access to your Experian credit score forever, and can help you find the credit cards and loans you're more likely to be accepted for. Take the guesswork out at experian.co.uk.
Lisa, you're on EE, so you're being upgraded to EE Class, where we will be cruising at an altitude of 6 free months of Apple Music. Just our way of showing you the love.
Can I get free Apple Music too?
Of course, Duncan. And when you stream or download all those banging tunes, the data's on us.
Shaken or stirred, sir?
Just give it a little mix. You've got the music and the data, but buckle up. There's a storm. Z coming! You're getting way too big for your boots. EE customers get 6 free months of Apple Music.
Some say we French, we are crazy pampering our cows the way we do. But we know happy cows give us better milk for Le Rustique, delicious camembert from France. Rich, creamy, full-flavored. Le Rustique Camembert and Brie, the authentic taste of France.
Have you got a moment?
Well, let's get down to it, shall we?
I am going to say a few words.
Oh, God, must you? Yes.
No.
Yes. What's happened?
Yeah.
I don't know. No.
I can't keep up. Please, just pick one.
Okay. What? Yes! No. You're missing the point.
What am I missing?
Who are you? Funky chicken.
That makes no sense. Sorry? You will be.
It's all over the place.
We can make this work.
What the hell is going on?
I've just been abducted. So the voyage of discovery. I am going to get the hang of this life thing.
Don't worry, we'll screw it up like you usually do.
Kick off your weekend with Cold Feet. Next week on ITV.
Skechers Sport with memory foam.
So you think the same hotel room has the same price? Oh, no. The same hotel room has loads of different prices out there all over the internet. And Trivago instantly compares them to find your ideal hotel for the best price. Hotel Trivago.
I've got my mindset on you. I've got my mindset on you. I've got my mindset on you. I know what I...
Checking your balance with a swipe of a finger.
Sky Sports F1.
This is the last. It's important to get that kick away.
Johnson!
Time to play the game.
Broncos, if they could see this through and pick up an unbelievable victory, then they could yet feature in that £1 million game. At the moment they lead 14-10. Warrington Wolves finding their way back into the match after a whirlwind start from the Broncos with those Dixon, Williams and Samet tries, but Samet only converting one of them. And during half-time, Terry just speculating on how crucial those two mixed conversions could be from Samet, one hitting the upright.
Well, 4 points. You need every point against this Warrington side because you do feel there's going to be some reaction in this second half. A big start from them. They've been in the dressing rooms listening to the coach, Tony Smith, and he will want a much more improved attitude. Starting this game and starting the second half is so important for them.
The wind just picking up a bit here at Trailfinders as Ratchford gets the second half underway, and Samet is underneath that one. And then Spencer takes it on and is met by good, strong challenge from Julien and try scorer in the first half, George King.
Well, what London did in the first half, they completed the set tie. Warrington, they didn't complete as well as London, but they had more sets, they had more penalties, they played the ball in the back end of that half, near London's line. You do that in this game, you will concede tries. You saw the little pass from Kurt Gidley, who brought King on. You don't want that field position, you don't need to be defending that field position, especially from your own errors and your own penalties.
It's Ben Evans who'll play the ball, one of the former Warrington contingent in this London side. And talking of a Warrington-London connection, I've got to say hello to a former Warringtonian, a former London Bronco, A.D. Spencer, who played for London, played for Cambridge University, grew up in Warrington, now living in Houston in Texas, been in the news an awful lot, watches his rugby league still on Sky Sports from over there, and just getting things back together after a pretty rough time in that part of the world. And he'll be delighted with what he's seen from his former club so far, leading by 14 points to 10.
I wonder which team he'll be cheering and shouting for. Good rugby man, Eddie. Again, Warrington have to work a heck of a lot better, and if London can get the same start to the second half that they did to the first, it could eventually end up being a momentous day for the Broncos side. You feel like, much similar to the first half, the Warrington side will finish the game the stronger, so it probably comes down to what kind of start the Broncos get.
This is a full-time London Broncos side.
The intensity that the Warrington Wolves play at week in and week out at Super League probably will give them that mental and physical advantage.
Well, London have prepared well. They've left no stone unturned. Their coach Andrew Henderson had them training under these lights last night as Patton hoists that kick, but Walker claims it well.
He's been safe, hasn't he, in this game, Walker? Come up with some big defensive plays in the first half, comes up with that ball as well.
And it looked as though it paid off because Walker judged that well. They haven't played under these lights before. This is their home ground, but they've played so far on Sunday afternoons for their home games. So they came last night to train on the ground, and they've earned the penalty.
That's a difficult one for the referee to see. Kevin Brown's got his arm clamped. Who's trying to pull him away? Silvelio is trying to pull him away. Kevin Brown is still clamped in. Yet the penalty goes against Brown.
Again, it's good effort though from Elliot Keir, isn't he?
It's smart, whether it's cheating or not, I'm not so sure, but he still ended up with a penalty, and London are trying to make the most of it.
Evans, though, has to retrieve that ball and then makes a couple of metres off the mark there. Ben Evans. 2 tackles gone as Matty G plays the ball. About 20 metres out. Here is Cunningham now. Cunningham shows it, goes himself. London started the first half lively, looking that way again. Cunningham looks to the referee, saying he was impeded there by George King. Booming pass over the top, but good defence again. Pitts with nowhere to go. 4 tackles gone. Here is Samet now. Samet off to Cunningham. Cunningham just puts his foot down and motors upfield, but they've made no progress. Samet and Gidley tackling in back play there. Then Bartow hoists the kick. It's too deep, surely. And it's well dealt with.
Marked difference there when Jared Samet was skipping across the line looking for runners. The players were too flat, not properly engaged with the set-piece play.
Here is Tom Lynham. Lynham picks the ball up, but let's get some half-time news from Angela Powers.
Thanks, Bill. Well, the London coach, Andrew Henderson, as you can imagine, was very pleased with that first half, which had far more positives than negatives for the Broncos. He said they completed well, and their kicking game, he says, has been excellent. They put the ball in all the right places, but just at the end of that first half, Warrington upped the ruck speed, and that's where the Broncos want to pay attention now. Tighten up defensively in that area, but more of the same, please, he said to his team. All of those comments were of no surprise to the Warrington coach, Tony Smith, who said that the Broncos should be pleased with that first half. Warrington, in contrast, gave away too many errors and gave the Broncos too much ball. By the end of the half, though, he says Warrington's machine kicked
Here's Peter Hicko. Sorry, Ange, but Warrington are going to come straight back at the start of this second half. That ball kept alive. And Peter Hicko, has he finished this off? Liam Moore reckons it's a try, but was there a Warrington knock-on in the build-up to that?
I'm not sure there's a problem. Is it Chris Hill who goes through the line, offloads the ball? Oh, and Chris Hill is on. And the difference between London being full-time and Warrington full-time is the international players that they've got, like this man. Look at him. He gets through the line. He knows that he's got an offload in him. Tries to get it to Kevin Brown, who taps it behind him. This is where they're going to be looking for the knock-on. Is it a clean pick-up here from Jack Hughes? Oh, it's a little fumble. Ooh. I think there's a little fumble there, and he knocks it forward. There's pressure on him. And I think it's Garside that gets in his eye line, Jack Hughes' eye line. Look at this now. There's a little fumble there for me.
Does he fumble it? He touches it. I don't think he ever loses contact with the ball. I think that's all right, mate.
Well, big call this.
I think he touches it.
Surely
I
think
that's a knock-on. He knocks this ball on. The first touch of it comes off his right hand. Just have a little look at this again now, Barry.
I understand, but if he touches the ball and pushes it towards the ground, keeping control of it, then picks it up...
He loses the ball. It goes forward.
His fingers are still touching that ball. I can see what he's saying, and it's a 50-50 at best.
Well, James Child having a good look at this.
Well, it's been sent up as a try, hasn't it?
Yeah.
By the ref, Liam Moore.
I can make a case for giving it. You can make a case for disallowing it. What does the referee say? Or the video ref?
He'll be also looking, even if it is a knock-on, or even if it does come out of his hand, does it go backwards? Well, we're going to the grounding now.
And Peter Hicko surely has got another try. He's in a great run of form. He's got try number 4 in the qualifiers. And the first try of the second half to bring the Warrington Wolves level, but an element surely of doubt about that one.
Well, you'd always expect the reaction, and as I said, Chris Hill, he's a very good player. He gets that offload away. Hughes picks it up, goes to Hiku, and what a tremendous signing he has been for Tony Smith and Warrington. The ex-Penrith player, come with the right attitude, turn up to play, and has got the Warrington fans excited.
As has that successful conversion, and they lead for the first time in this game. Patton dinking it over.
When Hill makes this break and he tries the offload, the looping offload doesn't allow Kevin Brown to collect that ball. If it's a better offload, Brown catches it, but the attitude of the Warrington players looks a lot better, significantly better than the opening 30 minutes. They get on that ball, Hughes picks it up, flops it back, and that's a quality finish from Hiku.
On a great run of form, Peter Hiku, that's tries in each of the last 5 games for the player the Wolves signed from Penrith. An inspired move that was. His enthusiasm, his finishing ability has just sparked them at the right time of the season.
Bill, in the first half as well, London were committing 3 men to every single tackle. Now they're twos, they're grasping, trying to control Warrington. It's all too quick in this second half.
And watch how many defenders for London are behind the ruck, behind the play of the ball. And that's the ruck speed that Andrew Henderson was focusing on at half-time.
So London were 14-0 up. They now trail 16-14 on the last. And Patton hoists a good kick. And Dixon comes for it and claims this one.
It was a good kick as well. Targeting Dixon, who comes up with that ball. Again, trapped down near their own line, trying to bring it away. Reece Williams now with a carry.
Here is first half try scorer Reece Williams, Welsh international. Got a World Cup campaign to look forward to, as has this man. Fellow countryman Elliot Keir gets the pass away. 4 tackles gone.
London was strong in the first half, especially when Eddie Batty and Ioane were on, punching holes through the middle.
And Bartow puts a good kick in, turning Warrington around.
Well, they get to the kick. Bartow again choosing to kick it behind Warrington, trap them in the corner, but it's what they're going to do. What's the desire like in this next set of 6?
And there was good control from Warrington in defence. Although the players and the London Broncos were offloading the ball, they were looking to get through contact. There was good control, and that's a quality kick from William Bartow. As I said at half-time, Bartow and Sammer have been instrumental in the way that the Broncos have played, particularly in the opening half hour.
William Bartow in his 3rd season with the London Broncos. Now Lynham plays the ball, Gidley, and London will try and stop them building momentum this time. Here is Russell. Warrington fans a bit noisier now, a bit happier with life now that their side has shown signs of life. Coming up towards the halfway line, and Gidley, who has been very instrumental since he came off the bench.
That's all it
takes. Them rolling forward.
That's all it takes. One quick play of the ball. On that occasion, it was Philbin, and the pick up and go at dummy half. We'll see that grow in the next half an hour or so.
Dixon targeted again. Dixon comes up with the goods.
Again, he was caught out in the first half, wasn't he? Tom Lynham scored the try. Since he made that mistake, he's been very good in the air. Well, waving his hands, he thinks that he needs more time to get up and play that ball. Again, good whack in defence. It's a good take. As he targets up, caught the ball cleanly.
They're having a look at Dixon, aren't they? All the kicks are going towards that left-hand corner for the Broncos.
Eddie Batty plays the ball. Cunningham, here's Spencer now. London, just 1 point for their efforts in the qualifiers so far, that from their 32-all draw with Featherstone Rovers. It's the 5th tackle. Garside plays the ball. Came so close against the Catalan Dragons, another of the Super League outfits just lost there by 2 points. Came back strongly, got very close to Hull Kingston Rovers as well.
Well, London trying to get up very quick here with the line speed. Close this man down, Matty Russell.
But Russell is making inroads into that London defence. He's over the halfway line.
It's really draining trying to handle the back three for Warrington. Quality ball from Jack Hughes to Philbin.
3 tackles gone. Warrington on a roll. Gidley trying to keep him there. Hiku seems to be everywhere at the moment. Still looking as he was tackled there. Gets the pass away to Westwood. Westwood, the footwork is still there from Benny Westwood. So is the wrestle. So is reverse gear.
Still like an old pinball, isn't he, Ben Westwood?
Westwood plays the ball. They're in again. Brown dots the ball down. And Warrington start to assert their authority in this game. Brown comes up with his first try in the qualifiers. And it's all Warrington at the moment.
Trademark from Kevin Brown, show and go, but it all came off the back of some good work, some good go forward. A nice break over on the right from Matty Russell. And the Wolves starting to grow in strength and power, and they look too big for the Broncos to handle at the minute. Garside can't make up the space in the ground. Show and go, Kevin Brown. That's his MO. He'll do that half a dozen times in every game, and on that occasion against a fatigued defensive outfit, his side profits.
So Declan Patton will hope to extend Warrington's lead. Kick on target. And now Warrington starting to hit the target as well.
Well, Matty Russell, talk about him, how dangerous he is. I think he's the best kick returner in Super League. Look at this. He's scattering London players everywhere. And then when Kevin Brown gets this, William Bartow makes up his mind. When he starts sliding sideways, he opens up the gap, and it's the old show and go from that man, Kevin Brown. Drop of the shoulder, goes in for the try, and now there's an 8-point lead for Warrington. Can London claw their way back into this game?
Well, Bartow on that goal line defence is more worried about what's outside, doesn't take into account Kevin Brown. The goal forward that was so important in that last set. From a Broncos perspective, they need to try and hold that, but they can't through players like Jack Hughes.
Great restart return from Petter Hiku there. First of all, taking a wicked kickoff from Samet, and then building up. He can build up a head of steam pretty rapidly, can't he?
He's a third-row player, got good footwork, nice and run from Chris.
Great ball, and Patton will finish off a lovely, delicious Warrington try, and that was unnecessary from Dixon, and Liam Moore steps in quickly, and the frustration now starting to become evident for London. That was great build-up from this Warrington Wolves side. That was Warrington at their best.
But you said from the kickoff, when Hiku got the ball, he made good meters. You get a quick play of the ball, then all of a sudden you try and stop him. The forwards from Warrington, then the outside backs. It's very, very difficult. They play the game at speed. They want to put defenders in a spot where they don't want to be. You're going backwards and you can't defend those spaces. Look at this, Hiku gets the ball, he thinks he's going to step out, goes at the line, nice and strong carry. Then all of a sudden Chris Hill spots a gap behind the play of the ball, offloads the ball to Ratchford, who's nice and composed, and gives the ball to Deck Patton, who's just going up the middle of the field, looking for the space. Good little spot from Chris Hill. He gets the one-on-one with Andy Ackers. Stephen Ratchford, well, he's made more tackle bust than anyone else in a Warrington shirt, and Deck Patton scores the try. He's pulling away now for Warrington.
And the try scorer, who's kicked 3 from 4 so far, with straightforward kick right in front of the posts. I think Liam Moore's going to have a word with Jared Samet after that successful conversion, just for that little incident after the try was scored.
Well, that's 3 tries in 8 minutes for the Wolves now. Off the back of some solid work in the middle. Some solid work from that back three from Warrington. But players pushing up, making themselves available. A bit of afters after the try, but the Wolves won't worry about that. The scoreboard ticking along nicely for Warrington now.
It was Kieran Dixon who actually got a word from the referee. It was his challenge initially on the try scorer after the ball had been put down. Here's Philbin. Well, he's driven back. That's good commitment from London, who've seen that 14-0 lead wiped out. And Warrington ahead now by 28 points, 2-14.
Well, Andrew Henderson, before that last try was scored, made a couple of changes. Bringing on Batty, bring on Ioane, the 2 starting prop forwards. Try and get that goal forward, try and bottle up the middle of the park.
Eddie Batty in particular was making some real inroads. He hits hard in defence. Needs to try and stop this now, stop this momentum. From a Broncos perspective, they need to handle players like Westwood in a legal way, in a legal fashion. The longer you stay in the ruck, the more vulnerable you are to that penalty. They lose contact, they go back in. Far side, and Andy Ackers give the penalty away.
Andrew Henderson, shake of the head from the Broncos coach. His side really grasping at this game now, just clutching on as the Warrington Wolves do everything just quicker, with more edge. Here is Jack Hughes.
They're just dominant in contact again. Jack Hughes committing 3 plays, they can't get set.
Gidley, Hill trying to offload. Gidley calling the shots. London right in their own try line. Westwood! Ben Westwood, there's life in the old dog yet. His first try in the qualifiers. And Warrington have got a grip on this game now, that's for sure. On course for victory number 4 in the qualifiers.
Well, that's 4 tries in 11 minutes now for the Wolves, and Ben Westwood, that's the Ben Westwood we know. He works hard in this play of the ball. The referee gives the penalty and the advantage. Nothing delicate about this try. Run as hard as you can and see if you can get over the top of the defenders in front of you. Good work from Westwood.
He doesn't deviate from his line, does he, Ben Westwood? And again, the work from Kurt Gidley from dummy half. He set up a try in the first half for George King. The no panic from dummy half, bringing the forwards onto the ball.
That's Ben Westwood's first try of 2017 in actual fact. He and London go back a long way as Patton adds 2 more points. Ben Westwood made his Warrington debut against London in 2002 in Carcassonne. Here he is, 15 years later in Ealing with a try.
It's a global sport, isn't it?
Great place, Carcassonne. Been there a few times to cover matches.
I have. I remember going there as an Oldham player, Bill.
I remember the Cassoulet.
All-out war it was as an Oldham player against Carcassonne. All-out war.
Well, it is a medieval city with a fantastic fortress castle. Speaking of medieval, and here is the culprit of the Cassoulet incident, Steve-O. When many members of the Sky Sports team were force-fed what he claimed was a French delicacy, and he opted for something else. That's typical. Here comes Andre Savelio.
They're making a lot of meters after contact now, aren't they? Remember, they're carrying the ball, they're driving the London defenders backwards.
Little kick against the grain from Patton. Warrington beginning to have fun here tonight, but that'll be the turnover.
I think we talked about it in the first half. I've no doubt in my mind that meters and generating that ruck speed for Warrington, if they stick to what they're good at, which is quick play the balls, attacking around the middle, that will bear fruit for them. It's about, again, execution, being smart, the right pass at the right time, the right kick at the right time, and the Broncos with a long way to go upfield now.
Well, if they get those quick play the balls, the kicking game is always going to be on point, isn't it? With the likes of Patton and Brown and Ratchford. If they've got that space, they can place the ball wherever they want on the field.
When a team's making more than 10 metres every time they carry the ball, on the previous set of 6, on tackle 5, they'd made 70 metres.
Bartow puts the kick in. It's another good one. Not a 40-20, but his kicking game has given London plenty of direction.
It's what they do now in this next set. Saw a little stat on the screen just before, showing how many metres London had made to how many metres that Warrington made. Nearly twice as much. The Warrington side has made. It's a 40-20 here now.
40-20,
yeah.
Good
yeah.
Spot by
it's
the referee.
Difficult to see on this this pitch with double markings on.
Well, the referee spotted it, Bill. I did question Bartow's decision, kicking the ball out when they need the ball, need some possession. But obviously,
now you're actually going to compliment
it's
the kick.
an accurate kick, and I was applauding it as it was going over the sideline. I'm going to claim responsibility.
Well, that could be a big decision in favour of the London Broncos. Here's Samet. Does Samet put a little step in? And Samet has got the London Broncos back into this game, has he? Just when it looked as though Warrington were completely in control, Jared Samet, Jack Sparrow, has come up with the goods. Gets his second of the game. Quickly tees up the conversion.
Well, his halfback partner, William Bartow, set up this field position, didn't he? With a wonderful 40-20. Look at this. Knows exactly where he is. Drops the ball onto his boot. An excellent kick, a clever kick. You get into this field position. London are going to score some tries. They've got a maverick in this man now who pumps the ball. A couple of Warrington players fall for that dummy. And he knows exactly where he is, where that try line is. There's no panic from that man who scores the try.
The Maltese international then, Jared Samet, with this opportunity to close the gap. Warrington having taken what looked like a strong grip on this game with this powerful second half performance. Samet on target. Warrington still with a healthy advantage. 20 points to 34 the score.
Well, that's a reminder how dangerous the Broncos can be with good field position. On the last try, on the Kevin Brown try, remarked about defenders being more worried about what's going on outside. Here's the 40-20, a lovely kick. They've been so impressive, the 6 and 7 for the Broncos. They can set things up, choose the better option, and have the skill set to decide what is the best for the team. On that occasion, it's a show and go, replicating Kevin Brown's try and giving a little bit more impetus to the Broncos.
Ratchford restarts, and the try scorer Samet is underneath it. And Ioane with a strong run, that's a penalty, high tackle.
Well, when things were going well for them in the first half, they were getting the penalties going for them. Ioane picking out Kirk Gidley, going across the line, trying to get at the ex-Newcastle Knights player. Well, they get a penalty, they get out of the red zone, they're close to Warrington's line, trying to set up this field position again with another strong carry from Batty. Finds his front, looking to play the ball quickly.
Play ball, one, go.
He's another impressive performer. We're talking to Danny Ward, the assistant coach, talked about the ethic of his team and the way that they look for work. He said Matt Davis tidies everything up for everybody else, but that's the philosophy throughout the team. Let's do what we can for one another. They've got a tremendous bond, this London Broncos side.
Elliot Keir with Peter Hiku all over him. Here is Batty. Quick play the ball from Batty. Andy Ackers, good run from him, gets the pass away to Ioane. Ioane, a threat.
5, move, here Aston.
20 metres out, or thereabouts, on the last. And Bartow just lofts that one towards the corner. The ball's batted down, knocked on by London. That'll be the turnover.
Knock on by Rhys Williams, jumps high. It's a good battle. Some powerful wingers there.
On the 10, on the cross.
Matty Russell, he loses out on that occasion, but it's a knock-on. Some fights over on that edge, isn't there? Matty Russell and Rhys Williams.
Here is Ashton Sims.
Good luck getting trousers to fit them two.
Yeah. Hold. Go one.
It's the thighs, Bill.
Right. Whatever floats your boat, Perry.
Hold. Go.
Here's Andre Savelio.
Move back here, Andy. Stand up, Andre. Go.
Now Brown. Jack Hughes. Jack Hughes, ever present for the Wolves this season. This is his 47th consecutive appearance. And Warrington get the ball wide to Russell. Russell kicks back in field, and Brown will get a second. And no hesitation from the match officials. Kevin Brown gets his second of the game. And that's a good response from Warrington after that threat from London that they weren't out for the count. And Matty Russell with a lovely little kick in field.
Well, I'm sure Kevin Brown will congratulate his winger. Matty Russell dealt with the previous kick. He takes advantage of some open space, and it's a hurried kick, and it's a hopeful kick, but Kevin Brown makes it into a lovely kick. Space on the edge. Rhys Williams doesn't pick up his opposite winger, and that's a good finish.
He's always looking over his shoulder, isn't he? When he kicks this ball, Kevin Brown's onside. And he knows that he's got space, he knows that he's got players inside of him. The fullback was committed to the tackle, but Ratchford and Brown were in the middle, they were in the field of play. They were anticipating the kick from Russell because he was running out of space.
So 5 tries from Warrington in this second half now, and all converted by Declan Patton. This one probably the trickiest he's faced. Patton, to the delight of the Warrington fans at that end of the ground, is on target again. 20 points to 40 now.
Well, they've had an amazing second half, haven't they, Warrington? They blew London away. And just as Matty Russell was running out of that space, and he attracted the safe and effective Alex Walker, the fullback from London, he knew that he had that man inside him, along with Stephen Ratchford. So as long as he got a delicate kick away, they could be there to score as they go for a short kick-off.
Back off London, that's a knock-on. Knock-on.
The ball knocked on from the restart. London going for the short kick-off, but couldn't gather it.
20 points.
Side went for it.
20 points behind on the scoreboard. It looks okay from that point. Garside can't control it.
As we regain his feet, get your hand off that ball. Okay,
They've given everything, the Broncos. You can't fault their effort.
It's a big 27 minutes, isn't it, for Warrington? They've scored 30 points in this second half.
Warrington looking forward now to their next qualifiers assignment, which is a meeting with the Lee Centurions. Lee, of course, up against the Widnes Vikings at Lee Sports Village on Sunday.
That is a tough game, Bill. The one thing for certain about this evening, with 12 minutes or just more, they can't afford to think about next week, because this impressive Broncos side are going to push them all the way to the whistle.
I'll tell you what is interesting tomorrow, Halifax against the Catalan Dragons.
Huge game, that, isn't it? They were impressive the other week against Warrington, Halifax.
Good defence again from London. We've seen plenty of that in this contest.
Well, they turned the ball over close to London's line, 10 metres from the line. They're trapped in the corner. It's going to be a difficult set for them here, you feel.
It's always a risk to go on that short side, go on that blind side. You've got to get it right, rather than depend on the high percentage player or the low percentage player of kick and chase and hand the ball over on your terms.
More action to look forward to, more intriguing games from the Super 8s as Wakefield take on St Helens, 7:30 Sky Sports Arena for that one. Friday, Hull FC against Wigan. Arena again for that, 7:30 again in the Super 8s. And then Saturday, double header, Hull Kingston Rovers against Widnes, 3:10 for that on Sky Sports Arena, and that's followed by the Catalan Dragons against Featherstone Rovers, 5-10. Sky Sports action for that one. 4 more games from the Super 8s and the qualifiers.
4 outstanding games there, isn't there, Bill? Looking forward to that Hull v Wigan game.
Well, the Saints big game. Sorry, Terry.
We're complimenting William Bartow about how he gets the game, he gets the position that he wants. But I'm not so sure kicking the ball out of the field of play when you're 20 points behind with just over 10 minutes to go. That ball's got to go in here. You've got to make it a contest. You've got to challenge the winger. You've got to challenge the fullback and try and get the ball back.
I agree, Tez. Sometimes you've got to slow it down. Sometimes you've got to speed it up and force the issue.
You put them kicks in, Bill, when you're in a commanding lead and you're trying to slow the game down.
Warrington will be glad to get back on the road after this, having achieved just their 3rd away win of the season. Only 2 wins going to this one, 9 defeats on the road. So getting 4 of their 7 qualifiers on home soil was good news for Warrington. The referee's whistle, meanwhile, on halfway is good news for Warrington with a penalty.
It's been a tough year for Warrington, but it's good to see so many travelling fans from the Primrose and Blue just behind the sticks, here to cheer their side on. They might just be rewarded with a try right in front of them.
Fans who saw their side destroy Brisbane in the World Club Series at the start of the year in February. It hasn't lived up to expectations in terms of the end of the season. That ball's been knocked forwards.
No, I'm making a decision.
And
no
it's a
try.
restart on the 20.
And the decision has been made by the referee.
And I like that as well, Liam Moore. He was questioned by the Warrington players and he said, no, I've made the decision. Let's get on with it.
Well, we can't have it both ways, can we? We can't nitpick when things are played and replayed, and then when a try or an attempted try is right in front of the only man whose opinion matters, the referee, he makes the call.
Should he have gone to the video ref?
He's made the call, Bill.
He made the call,
He watched it.
He made the call, but the technology's there, but he was confident in his own ability. But it did look like a try, though.
Here is Jared Samet, who's worked hard, and Bartow has found a way through. Bartow has got support, and the support is from Happy Pufrangi. He gets the pass away, and the referee says 6 to go. We won't need him. Samet's got his hat-trick. They won't go away, this London Broncos side.
What would you call them? Stubborn, determined, Bill?
More like mules than Broncos.
Well, excellent. Again, the men who touched the ball. With Jared Samet, he passed it to William Bartow, who goes through. And Pufrangi comes in from the right centre, gets involved. He's the man who set up the first try. And it's a good combination between those two halves. And I've been very impressed with him, the centre, Pufrangi.
That's a poacher. Jared Samet, the Maltese Falcon, stays in the frame, stays on his toes. Well, it gets a little bit more interesting now. 24 points, 26 points to 40, with still plenty of time left. Nice plays, players running into space. There's the money play. William Bartow, 6 and 7, the best 2 players for the Broncos, but they've been able assisted by a quality team.
Well, if you look at this, the referee, Liam Moore, said, no, I'm not going to it. I think Stefan Ratchford's got that ball down.
Samet just having to change his shirt, but he's got 3 tries to his name tonight, taking him to 24 for the season, all told, in all competitions, and taking the London Broncos to 26, Warrington 40, 7 minutes to go. Too far for London, you feel?
You said before, Bill, there's going to be a lot of points scored in this game.
Well, I said, the winning team in the last 8 meetings between London and Warrington has scored 50 points.
I turned up to this game fairly certain of the winners, but I didn't know what score it was going to be.
Dixon trying to go on the outside. Good work from Patton.
I like the confidence from Dixon trying to take Patton on then.
And then penalty goes London's way. Offside against Warrington.
Well, Andres Cervello, knowing that they'd been broken, maybe short of numbers, he was trying to shoot the line, get off the line, close the play down, force London to to go wide where his Warrington teammates were.
One.
So London just about
Go, one.
15 metres out. Here's Cunningham. Jared Samet now with no number on the back of his shirt. But the number 3 in terms of tries alongside his name.
Hold.
Sparkling performance from Jared Samet. Sparkling performance from the London Broncos, who are over again. And Andy Ackers, once of the Warrington Wolves Academy, has got another late London try.
Well, now we've got a game on, haven't we? Good. Play the ball speed, came off the back of that penalty, and the London Broncos as they've done all evening, making the most of every single opportunity. Fabulous try from Andy Ackers.
Samet bangs the conversion over. Just 8 points in it now. 6 minutes less to go. Andy Ackers with the try.
A couple of Warrington defenders just switched off then. Andy Ackers gets out from dummy half, and said at half-time how important were those missed conversions early on.
Oh, don't.
I'm sorry.
I don't know whether they heard you talk about Lee next week, Bill.
I know we're close.
We're very close to the action. I feel like everybody's listening to us here on the gantry, but I'm sure they'll see this game out, but they'll be really disappointed with the start to the first half and perhaps the finish to the second.
Jared Samet, 20 points to his name already. Will the 4 points that went missing maybe come to haunt the London Broncos? They've still got time.
One. Move. Hold.
Samet claps his hands.
Go, one.
Warrington in no hurry here. Ioane. Time for Warrington to slam the door in the face of the Broncos and bolt the stable door if they can. Ackers almost away again.
He's looked busy, hasn't he, Andy Ackers? There goes Dixon looking for that quick play of the ball.
It's London who are looking livelier in the closing minutes here.
Well, if they would have started the second half like they're finishing the game, we might have had a different story here. Was that ball forward from Cunningham to Ioane?
That looked distinctly forward. Bartow. They go wide to Reece Williams. London chancing their arm now. That's the 5th tackle, though. Warrington doing well.
They look a good side when they play unstructured rugby. Here's the attacking kick.
Bartow, that's too deep.
Yeah.
The best they could hope for there was that Ratchford would spill it. There was no chance of that. And he brings it back strongly as well.
Here we go, mate. Hold.
A good first up carry from Stephen Ratchford. And again, the man who's caused a lot of problems, Matty Russell.
Move. 3. Hold.
Up to halfway come the Warrington Wolves, who've had to endure a trying night here at the Trailfinders before completing surely now their 4th straight win in the qualifiers.
When they go back to their default plan, that go forward, those hard meters, it serves them well.
Brown.
Attacking kick from Brown.
Ricochets off somebody's head, and Samet scoops it up. He's got Dixon out wide. Now Dixon will take on Lynham, and Dixon will leave Lynham behind. Dixon is quick. He's beaten Patton. He's going to go round behind the post. Kieran Dixon is. It's right under the sticks. And London, have they still got a chance here? Kieran Dixon leaving everybody in their wake. Samet.
0 tackle.
Has the referee called for a video review of this?
Well, it's game on if this try is scored by Kieran Dixon. We all know he's got a lot of speed here. Liam Moore sent it up. Stirs. See if there's any knock on, any mistakes in the back play here. It's a kick from Kevin Brown.
Is everybody on side?
Well, the ball comes off, is it Ryan Atkins? When it comes off Atkins' right shoulder, does it go forward into Matty G? Bounces forward. I think this is going to be pulled back.
Oh, what drama here.
Look, it comes off his shoulder, even though The first one comes off Ryan Atkins. It then goes forward. And Jared Samet picks it up. Wow, it would have been a tremendous try, this.
Well, unfortunately, has his eyes shut. He doesn't see it until it hits him, Matty G. I agree with you. I think this will be chalked off. Having a good look at it.
I still think it comes
off Atkins first, so the knock on.
It does come off Atkins first, goes into G, and I think it goes forward.
Yeah,
Barry. To Jared Samet. Is making sure of this, James Child. Forget it's been sent up as a try from the referee Liam Moore. He's having a little look here now. There's Ryan Atkins' right hand. Does that knock the ball backwards? Well, have a look at Ryan Atkins' right hand here. Look, it comes off Atkins. Does that come off Atkins' hand and then go backwards?
Well, he's having a real good look at it, James Child. He must be asking himself so many questions.
It like rolls around Atkins' hand.
I think our initial feelings, our initial thoughts are that it's a knock-on.
But I changed my mind here.
But James Child doesn't.
I think this is a try.
Jared Samet has got the ball teed up already. Kieran Dixon has got the try. His second of the game. Warrington, who'd taken the decision themselves that it was no try, have to return from their own half, from rather their halfway line. The referee calls time off again.
Time's off anyway, mate. Not losing anything.
Got an exciting finish. An exciting finish.
On you, Jared.
Jared Samet bangs the 2 points over. Oh, 38-40 with 2 minutes to go.
Well, one thing's for sure, we know this about Kieran Dixon. He has got genuine gas. He outstrips his opposite, Tom Lynham, goes around under the H's. That's the reason 4 turns into 6. 2 point ball game now.
Teeth back in now. Wow. We're getting some depth on this kick now here.
Warrington will just try and eat up these last 2 minutes. London came within 2 points of the Catalan Dragons. They're within 2 points of the Warrington Wolves. 7 tries apiece in this game in West London. Jared Samet hitting the post with one of the conversion attempts, putting another one wide. Oh, it's cruel.
Well, Warrington, they'll want to make sure that they defend strong, but they'll want to make sure they do not give a penalty away here, especially the way that London are throwing the ball around. Going to be a wide shift there, close to their own line.
What can London come up with in the closing minutes here? They're going to go wide again. Dixon, though, has to gather that one on the retreat. He'll try and go round Lynham again, but he's not going to get away with it this time. 4 tackles gone, but they're still deep in their own half. Ioane now spins, but Ashton Sims makes the tackle.
Just a little attacking kick, a little chip over the top here.
Quick hands. Oh. Dixon coming back in field, but he's wrapped up. That's going to be the turnover. That's going to be the game, surely. But the touch judge is on. The touch judge is on.
That was ridiculous, that, from the Warrington defender.
You don't know what Ryan Atkins is thinking here.
No, the tackle is finished.
Take 2 points. Look at this. Tackle's complete. He comes diving in. Ryan Atkins is a tremendous player. He doesn't need to do that, especially with the less than a minute to go. 2 points in front on the last play. Kieran Dixon staying down. There's a decision here now. Kieran Dixon, and the touch should, physio, sorry, give thumbs up. The tackle's complete. I
think if you go back earlier in the game, there was a bit of a disagreement between Atkins and Dixon. That
over in the right-hand corner, wasn't it?
Exactly, first half, yeah. Okay. Dixon's back on his feet.
Lads, it's been reviewed, we're going handover.
Oh,
wow.
Well, the referee has decided that's going to be
a real let-off.
The turnover.
There's been quite a few of them, hasn't there? We've been split in the commentary box. I've thought one thing, you've thought another, and that has gone in the favour of the Wolves. They'll see this set out now, I'm sure. 2 hands over the ball, slow play the balls, safety first.
London, I'm certain, were thinking in terms of a penalty. Samet came to the sidelines, would have to ask for advice.
Go straight for 2 points.
It didn't come their way, and Warrington are going to cling on. That's going to be a penalty, and it is. And Warrington might just look for 2 points here, just to chew up the last minutes.
I don't know whether I'd tap and play on, Bill, rather than go for 2, have to receive the ball from a kick-off, play the set of 6 out, play the clock out, and don't give London a sniff.
Yeah. Just keep a hold of it. And the hooter does sound. London frustrated, Warrington relieved, because a victory that looked to be in the bag turned into a real scramble in the face of a gallant London Broncos fight back. 7 tries each. London so close to another home draw in the qualifiers, but in the end it's Warrington who make it 4 from 4 in the qualifiers and stay on course for a return to Super League, or maintaining their Super League place, whichever way you want to look at it. But certainly Chris Hill and his team made to work really, really hard for this by a London Broncos side who had several standout performances, but one of them certainly was